Let's go down. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Home alone. 3 o'clock in the morning. Everything I see me. That's what I'm supposed to do. What goes around, comes around. Welcome everybody to my channel. Uh, Tonight live has opened up. I plan on doing lives on Sundays and Wednesdays, typically between 6 and 7 o'clock. I'll start. I gotta keep my lips moisturized because it is cold down here and dry. All right, go ahead when you enter into the chat. Just announce yourself so we can know who is here. What in the world is this? Oh, my hair. I feel like it. And it comes around, what goes around, comes. Whew. Good day, good day, good day. All right, so this is Skip Atlanta Commentary, and we're here to talk about anything from what we discuss inside my videos, as far as the Country Wayne skits or any type of YouTube tips or YouTube conversations you would like to talk about. As you enter into the chat, please say your name. Welcome, everybody. Stay who you are so we can acknowledge you in the chat. Hope everybody's day is going well and that you're having a blessed day. Writing down a whole bunch of, been doing a lot of back office work myself here today. Just catching up on some of my numbers and looking at a couple of things that's going on behind the scenes with myself as well, as far as the YouTube thing. And I had to kind of catch myself up with the skits that they were putting out today. So how's everybody weather? Here it is cold and a lot of snow. I think this is the most snow I ever seen in my life. I think I might have seen snow when I was a little girl, but I can't remember back then. But as far as an adult and when I can remember, this is the most snow I have ever experienced. It's beautiful, it's cold, and it's something else. It's a sight. Okay, so we got some, let's see, what videos are coming up for my Country Wayne skits. Those who know, who look at my skits, I kind of focus on Amber, Anthony, and Shayla's saga, but I am starting to explore a little bit more into everybody's story. And today they were talking about Dee and Dawn, their story. And man, that was a really touching moment, and very inspirational. And like I made the video talking about everybody that ever had an experience where maybe you couldn't be in your child's life for whatever reason or another. You need to take the time out to Reach out and speak to your child when they're older if you can, so that way it can help you mend whatever relationship that y'all may have or may have not had as the child was growing up. Um, that was really touching for me, especially because my older kid's father, I think he never really forgave himself about not being around for his kids, and I think that would contribute to a lot of his issues that ultimately led to him not being here anymore. So I really do feel like that is something that people should heal from. They really should. They should reach out, uh, try to mend things, not only with the children, but the other parent, because no matter how old your babies get, they're going to always need you. And no child wants their parents at odds. No child wants that. So if nothing more, do it for your children, y'all. As you come into the chat, go ahead and state your name. Let me know where you're from. So I can go ahead and acknowledge that you're here. And I was just briefly going over the skit that was done with Don and D, where D sort of confronted his dad about not being in his life. But it ended, oh my God, that was so touching. That was so touching. I know they just brought out that one where Chase just found out that Bethany got transferred. Good for her behind. I can't. I'm so glad they got rid of her. Hey, how you doing? How you doing, Cheryl? So, what is your thoughts on the Country Wayne skits today? How you feeling about what's coming out? And do you? I don't remember whether or not you said you believe that's Anthony Baby or not, but after Wayne said there was nobody else around, do you feel like there's still like a hidden story somewhere in there, and they're gonna come out with another baby's father? Because I think that's the big debate on my channel. Some thinks that it's not Anthony's, and then some do. I said if they're gonna do it, they're gonna have to write it into the story, because it wasn't in the storyline at all. Right, me too. I definitely believe that is his child, but for some reason, people don't believe it. Do you watch the Bethany story with Chase and her family, Cheryl? Because you know they don't move her to a new building, and everybody told me so. They can't wait to see if Larry gonna take off his glasses in the hood. Larry ain't finna take off his glasses in no hood. Although I will say he's trying to stand by his wife. He said if she go, he wants to be there. And so he really does love Bethany, even though she's a mess. I don't see how he put up with it myself, but okay. I know Chase gonna be happy now. Now that she out of the picture, somewhat out of the picture anyway. Chase should be ecstatic. Because they got their little issues, girl. Right. You know what I'm starting to think with Bethany? I think that is her dream. Remember around Halloween, she had a dream where everybody was chasing her through the building, and then in the end she ended up turning black, and now she in the hood. I think this is her somewhat of her dream coming true, coming to light. Like I be getting so tied up with my words. I be want to get it out there. I think this is her dream coming to fruition, because of everything she's doing to everybody. Yep. Right. Because old dude, he covered for him, but I think that whole thing with that storage thing, because that man really wanted that storage for his company with them dogs, and so Bethany ended up offering the Chase, and he actually took it. Yeah, I definitely think that's gonna be his downfall right now. I really think that's going to be his downfall. because that man stuck his neck out for him. He could have got into a real bad situation, especially the way she was trying to press charges. But Bethany really only wanted to press charges on Chase. She didn't really want to press charges on nobody else. She thought she had Chase. And then we just got a skit that came out about 9 minutes ago with Dawn telling Zoe she broke Natasha. I bet she did. I know she broke Natasha's heart because I don't understand it. I don't understand how could she get into a relationship with her aunt's ex. I can't wrap that around my head. It's like there's no loyalty, it seems like, with any of these people on this skit. None whatsoever. And when she found that letter inside that dresser of Shania, I was like, good for you. Good for you. But she messed over her auntie big time. She told me she thought it was a fling. She didn't think it was that serious between them. I don't care if you thought it was a fling or you thought it was serious. He was off limits the moment you realized he had been with your auntie. Right. That's what I was saying. But that don't matter. As long as they dated, that's it. Off limits. Off limits. Right. Where is Charles? Maybe he got a deal for his sing because that boy can blow. So maybe he's off doing that for right now because he's really being out of the picture. Hey, ass, how you doing? Girl, they was going ham on Zoe's sideburns. I could never get into the whole sideburn thing. Not all that hair. Like back in the day, back in the 90s, when we did little sideburns, it was a little baby hairs. I don't get why people be doing that. But they was riding out on her sides. Online. Yeah. She messed up. Zoe liked the attention. She really did. And I think that's what really attracted her to Shania. He was he didn't really have himself together, but overall he still was a good man. Or a good dude overall. Now, ooh, yeah. These skits, what? Oh, I'm trying to do this live on my computer versus doing it on my phone, and sometimes this thing be freezing up, y'all. Sorry about that. I hope everybody can hear me all right, right? Oh, it was good. Oh my God, yes, it was delicious. Mm-hmm. We ended up having we had a little small seafood boil last night. Without the crabs, because I'm not paying all that money for the crabs down here. Like in Florida, it don't cost that much because we like right there on the water. I'm not by the water around here. We like more inland, and so their seafood is expensive. But yeah, we did a low country boil, poor man seafood boil. It was delicious. It was good. It was good. Yeah, I think Shania is still in his 20s. He in his late 20s. And so is Zoe. So I think she's 21 and he's like 28 or 29 years old. Yeah. Hey, that's why I said I couldn't do it. But I can see maybe why Natasha might have entertained it because he is a very mature man for in his 20s or whatnot. And she doesn't have any kids and he didn't have any kids. So the whole kid thing, like where my issue is why I can't date a younger person, because I got my oldest child is 30 years old. So I could not date somebody in their 30s that's close to my daughter. I just could not do that. But in their situation, there's no children involved. Both of them are single. So I guess, guys do it all the time, right? I guess. So why not the ladies? Yeah. So how are y'all feeling about Amber with allowing Jay's side piece to rent out her rental property? How y'all feeling about that? Because that right there, that makes me less that don't make me care about her a lot because her morals are messed up. Natasha stayed with Shania after crying. You say she stayed with Shania after crying. Red flag. The red flag, Cheryl, is that for Amber or is that the red flag for Shania, Natasha, and Zoe's situation? Oh, after Corey, after Corey. Yeah, yeah. Now I don't get it because they're trying to say he like his dad. His dad was in a relationship and was actually cheating on people like his wife. I don't think he's like his dad. Um, red flags for Amber. Mm. Far as her renting out that place to Mr. Sweet Lady himself. I don't get how they did that story line. Like that's gonna make people look at Amber like with a lot of disrespect because mm-mm, ain't no way in the world your husband around here cheating on you with your best friend and you around here letting your cousin's side piece stay in your house. Make it make sense. But what's the logic behind it? Does anybody really know what the logic behind this is? Does anybody agree with what she's doing? Well, they said she need money now. That's the whole thing. She said she need the money, so she's gonna go ahead and let him stay. But why she need the money is unbeknownst to me because I know she left. I know she let some of her businesses go once she got with Amber. Once she got with Anthony, but I thought she still had money. She is losing more of her mind. James is going to turn her place into a trap house. Exactly. And that will ruin her chances of getting David back. Exactly. Especially if that money's tied to something illegal. And now James' whole reasoning as to why he need another place is because he's trying to get away from Momo. Because Momo and her crazy behind. She said she ain't going nowhere. She don't care who he with. It's gonna be the three of them. All together because she ain't gonna give up her man. Jane must be that man because there's just no way in my mind that I could go for something like that. Either Momo is incredibly delusional or a complete fool or something is seriously up with James because there's just absolutely no way I'm gonna tell you I'm gonna still be here while you mess around with another woman. A knockoff Meek Mill. Yeah, yeah. She needs to start transferring her and Anthony's fund in her name alone. Well, you can get in trouble for doing that, to be real with you. Moving money if you're going through a divorce, almost in every state. Well, at least I know you can get in trouble for doing that in Georgia and in Florida. So I don't know if she want to do that. Just like he can get in trouble if he start moving money legally, because then you'll have the law more on your side if less on your side if you do somebody like that. So I don't know if that's a smart idea as far as like moving money over. But she better definitely get her affairs in order. She definitely better do that. And then there was no prenup signed between the two of them. So yeah. Mm, 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 mm. This really feels like a soap opera, like an unbelievable soap opera, but a soap opera not the same. Wait for Angela to hear about Perry. Right. Yeah. Right. Woody Woodpecker is going to have. She's gonna be pissed. What other thing she got up her sleeves in order to make it work out for her daughter. I don't know, but she's going to be pissed. She's gonna pay him a visit as to why he ain't over there with her daughter, which makes no sense to me either. I mean, the secret's out. Everybody know y'all around here messing around with each other. You still all hooked up on her and everything else. If you ain't gonna go home to your wife and try to figure it out, then why are you staying at your best friend's house? It makes absolutely no sense. You can freely have your woman now. Go stay with your mistress. Right. Yes, he is. It definitely seems like a soap opera. Definitely seems like a soap opera. Peacock Lady will be pissed off. Yes, she will. Yes, she will. But I don't know. Y'all think Shayla is ever gonna wake up from this? Like, is Shayla gonna really realize that he's with her? Because I think he's with her because she basically give him exactly what he wants. She make him feel like he's on this pedestal. That's what I'm thinking. And that's the only reason why he's attracted to her, because she's catering to him. But his actions are not showing like he really want to be with her, because his excuses is Amber could pop up over her house. But like I said in the video, she can still pop up over her house and the girl over there by herself. If you're trying to be her man, then why not be there with her? So just in case she pop up over the house. So that way you can kind of mediate between the two. You basically leaving your baby mama and your baby to face Amber wrath if she decide to come back over there. Brittany explained it perfectly. Yeah. I kind of skimmed over that video. I watched it, but I really wasn't paying attention to it, because when Amber went to ask him whether or not Anthony loved her, do you love yourself? And that's the only thing that kept coming in my head. Do you love yourself as to why you're willing to even entertain this at this point? I mean, because he ain't showing neither one of y'all that he really care about them. He ain't showing Amber like he care about her, and he definitely ain't showing Shayla. Right. I don't know what the connection is. I'm sure there's a connection with what's going on. I know in console, remember, it was all the doors, and whenever you went behind the door, it was a secret gift that was behind the door. So I don't know. I'm trying to figure out what the connection is on here. Is she trying to rebuild her house? Is that what they're trying to say? Like her family being torn down? You know how in console the house fell down? Is Amber doing the puzzle almost like a simulation of her trying to rebuild her family back in her mind? Maybe that's where they're going with that. I don't know. Yeah, because it's a little bit weird outside of that. Brittany did tell her she needed to start getting her affairs in order. It's a puzzle of a family. Yes. Yeah. So that's, like I said, that's the only thing I could think of when I saw it. And I'm like, okay. Oh, Lord. So did y'all get the excitement for the anticipation built up when Wayne was the one that kind of put it together as far as is Anthony's Kai's father? I'm curious. Did y'all get the? I mean, he acted the way we thought he probably would have acted, but did he really sell that part about him being real shocked about Anthony, or as he say, Atlanta? Did he really sell that part? Because like I've always said, I thought they was trying to hold it out for Anthony. I'm sorry, they was trying to hold it out for Wayne could be the one who to discover that or question, should I say, the paternity of that baby. Because absolutely nobody, and I do mean nobody, not even Arby, questioned when it said that Anthony and Shayla was having an affair. The first thing when it came out my mouth was, since nobody don't know who the baby is that the daddy? But it seemed like nobody ain't have a clue or could figure out to assimilate that question in their mind to come out their mouth while they was talking with Amber. I thought Wayne was on to them because of Shayla's perfume. Well, I think he was on to. Oh, you talking about when he went and sits inside the room with Shayla and he was apologizing? Mike questioned more than anyone. Right, right. Mike asked a question, but remember, Mike got the information second handed from Sonny. Okay, yeah. So you're talking about when it was me. I think that's what I said too. When he smelled that perfume, it was like it clicked. Like that's the same perfume I smelled on him the night that morning he tried to creep up in his house. Talking about he slept in his car. But maybe that was always in the back of his mind. Maybe when he was sitting there contemplating, when he was halfway sweeping up the floor, that's what he was thinking about. That made him thought about the baby. He thought about her perfume because he could remember when when Arby was telling him, he was like, no, I could it be? So maybe that's what he was doing. He was formulating that perfume scent that he smelled on Anthony back to Shayla the day that he went missing. And well, not went missing, but slept in his car. And we all know he ain't sleeping in his car. He was sleeping with that. He was sleeping with that snake in the grass. I'm curious to know how their life is going to be with everybody once it's out in the open with everybody. Like, how are they going to? Because Shayla, it would seem like Shayla will be ashamed of herself. Like she couldn't really face anybody. Remember, she didn't even go to church because she thought everybody at the church was talking about her, but yet nobody at the church knows anything about what's going on yet. So I'm trying to see how they're gonna write this into play, how they're gonna go on about their regular lives with this secret coming out to everybody. And does anybody in here watch the DC and Sarah and Erica and Lawrence thing? I think we talked about Lawrence last time, so y'all have to watch somewhat of it. What do y'all think about Sarah getting blackmailed by old the white guy that's trying to talk to her, Junior? Hey, that's his name, Junior. She about to get blackmailed. And instead of her just being honest with DC and tell DC what is going on, this man is going to blackmail her to get what he wants from her because he overheard her and her dad talking about her getting an abortion. And remember, they all on Erica and DC have agreed to going on this ski trip. At first, they said they weren't going to go, but then they came back and they said that they are. So it's going to be another cabin situation. I think. Residence interview. She did not ask him any questions or fill out an application, background check, or whatever. Oh Lord. Right. And he got her now. So what do y'all think gonna happen? Because they're supposed to be going on this supposed date as a way to keep his mouth shut. But to me, go ahead and tell DC what's going on because all he's going to do is continue to blackmail you to get what he wants. Then it's going to be an issue about you lying because you were around here secretly going on dates with this guy. I just say tell it. I don't think it's going to last after she tell it, but I'd rather it come from my mouth than to be getting blackmailed by somebody else. That's just me personally. You think she should deny it? Just deny it? Yeah, but if he makes like if the guy tells DC or expose her and DC start putting two and two together, it's gonna line up with everything that's going on. Because he already sort of looking at her like suspiciously, not so much for her, so he's losing the baby, but just her behavior in general. Sherry said deny. Don't admit absolutely nothing. He works with her dad. Remember, Sarah's father, he does some type of work for her dad or with her dad. So when she was having the conversation with her dad over the phone, he was in the vicinity of the father and he heard what was going on. Because basically, while everything that um, I guess everything that Sarah was saying, he was repeating over the phone. And so he was eardropping, listening in on the conversation. Because Sarah definitely told her dad about the abortion over the phone. Mm-hmm. Right. So that's how he found out. So what do y'all think she gonna do? Y'all think she's gonna let him continue to blackmail her, or you think she's gonna tell DC the truth? And then they're getting ready to bring. Well, I know I'm jumping real quick, but I know one just came out where Mike saying goodbye to Sunny because she getting ready to go pick up her sister and bring her back. Now, what'll be a trip if somehow her sister know who Mike is? How far will the blackmail go? Right. She shouldn't have started the lie to begin with. Oh no, no, no! Now I'm putting two and two together. Now I see why they getting ready. They making Sonny leave because they bringing Six on the scene, and they don't want no conflict between Sonny and Six. I wish Sonny just stayed her behind there and just sent her sister some money, so that way we could see the reaction. Or either they trying to give Mike some time for him and Sonny to reconnect with each other. So by the time she come back, he gonna already be attached to somebody. Birthday party for Jeff, right? Uh-huh. But it's gonna be the Sonny's karma if that happens, because although I don't care for Shayla and everything that she did, her and Sonny was friends. So for Sonny to go and sleep with her ex-boyfriend, uh, Six is going to be Sonny's karma. Right. That's what I'm thinking anyway. What do y'all think about Sonny and I mean Six coming back on the scene with Sonny and Mike taking their relationship from just being friends, quote unquote, to kind of getting a little bit more serious? Mike and that darn hat. Mm. But Mike better watch his back because once Hunk find out that he was the one who slept with his fiance, he gonna have his own little set of issues outside of women that he got to worry about. Because this cousin gonna dig into his mind. Oh, you think? Well, she ain't gonna know it's messy until Sonny come back. So it could be a situation where she get reattached to Mike, and she get her feelings involved, and then Sonny come back. Did Sonny did say she didn't want to go back there again or jail. Mike did not catch what she said. Right, right. And he said Hunk is lovable. uh, yeah, she did say that, and Kendrick did say that she crazy. Remember, Kendrick did say she was crazy, and Mike just overlooked everything. Mike, I don't know what path they got this man on. Seriously, it's like I get it. He finally gave his all into a woman, and unfortunately, it was Shayla, and we all know her character. But for him to be running through everybody, woman like that, and doing the stuff that he's doing, mm, yeah, it's like he has no chill. Because when Rashad find out that him and Sonny done got as close as they have, Rashad gonna have some issues with Mike, and I think Rashad gonna be the one to tell Hunk what is going on with Mike. I really do think that. I know. Let me think. Let me think. I don't know if it was Sonny. I don't know if it was Kendrick. I think it was Rasad and Six had ended up getting together. I think that's what happened for a short period of time. I have to go back and watch that because I remember Rashad. Rashad ended up getting with somebody that Mike had been with, um, because Mike was acting like he really, quote unquote, wasn't with that person. And I want to say it was Six. But I have to go back and refresh my memory on that whole thing. I'm not really sure. Um, I know Kendrick was into Dawn. Kendrick was wanting to be with Dawn at one point. Um, he went from Dawn to Ralphie's baby mama. Uh, Sonny was acting crazy in the hallway. I had to go back to that scene and listen to her screaming in the hall. Something is wrong with her. When Kendrick was at the top of his game, this was before Dawn. You talking about when Kendrick? You talking about for Kendrick and Six being together? Yeah, my memory ain't really. Cause I don't think I was. I watched it, but I don't think I was really into their whole story. I just know. Okay, let me think real quick. I know Six was the therapist to Mike, correct? That's how they end up getting together because he was going to therapy to her for her. I mean, with her, because of what was going on with him, what relationship he was in. I think that was between him, Ro, and Amber. I want to say before Kendrick and Mike were friends. So before Kendrick and Mike was friends, him and Six went out. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go back and refresh my memory on that story to see exactly what happened with them. Because I thought Mike was I thought Mike was going through therapy when he met Six. Because she's something like a sex therapist, ain't she? And Mike didn't get along. Yes. Kendrick and Mike didn't get along. Hmm. And so Mike talked to Six to try to get back at Kendrick. Yeah, I have to definitely refresh myself up on this. The far as what happened between Kendrick and how did Mike and Six get together? It's basically Mike and Six crossed the line. I'm sure they did. Um, hey Auntie, how you doing? You finally made my life, huh? Yes, Mike was in therapy. He thought Six liked him. Right, right. But then they did end up getting into a relationship at some point, right? Him and Six did. I gotta go back to that chair. Yeah, I have to go refresh my memory on that one. Right, right. I'm glad you're here, Auntie. All right. Y'all say hey to Auntie. Six was with Kendrick. Oh my gosh! Now you got me wanting to go back and look at that because I do not. I guess my memory's off with them because I wasn't really into their story like that at that time. I was into the other stuff. I wasn't into this. That was way in the beginning. Mm, okay, okay. Yeah, I'm trying to see if I can pull it up while we're on the live now, so I can listen to it in my ear while I'm reading what y'all are saying. Um, right. So how you been doing, Auntie? What's been going on? I'm gonna have to make it back over there to one of your lives so I can do your the game with the songs because I like that. That's my favorite. Six was with Kendrick Wait in the beginning. This was before Mike in the vending machine business. Ooh, yeah, that was way back then. Right. Oh yeah, I'm okay. I'm gonna have to do some real good digging on here to find out to refresh my memory on that one. Because it seemed like they bringing all the exes back, which makes me believe, even down to Wayne, they bringing all his girls back. They done brought Libby, crazy behind Libby, back on the scene. They done brought Chantel back in the scene. Um, it's like Mike. It literally seems like Wayne messed with every woman other than Shayla that done been on the show. Remember when Mike had the office at the law firm? No, I know what you're talking about. I know exactly what you're talking about. I just don't remember the dynamics of their relationship or how it got started. Just plugging along. Yes, I love you to come back and do another game. Yeah, yeah, because I have fun. I told you I'm into the music. Like music is my thing, and I can go way back before my time because growing up with my dad, that's all he listened to was the oldie but goodie. So growing up, I learned all those songs. Um, yeah. Remember when Mike had? Yeah, no, yeah. I just have to go back and refresh my memory. That's all. But my next live, my memory will be refreshed for my for the next live, so that way we can talk about if they haven't already brought her on the scene, which I'm sure they are. I'm sure they are because, like I said, they are bringing all those exes back to the show. Why do y'all think they're bringing the exes back? Is it because do you think him and Amber is going to reconnect, or what's going on with it? I mean, what will be the whole purpose of bringing all Wayne's exes back? Because right, yeah, no, I know she's a therapist in real life. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Now I'm trying to figure out what's the purpose of them bringing all the Wayne exes back into the scene. Because part of me really felt like Wayne really did care for Amber. I think he really loved her. I just think he just couldn't give up his player ways. That's all I think is going on with him. So now that she's free, and technically so is he, because there is no other woman in his life right now. Um, she probably be running back to him for a shoulder to cry on once she realized. Well, I'm almost feeling like she told Arby what she told him so that he could tell Wayne, so Wayne can come and check up on her. I'm almost feeling like um, that was the whole reason why, outside of the fact that she wanted to apologize to Arby. I think she had an underlying agenda when it came to that anyway. She wanted the attention from Wayne. Especially when she made Anthony feel called out his little winker and said it was small. Right. Especially when she told the whole world he got a small, he got a small boy. It's almost like she was reminiscing about whatever she was doing with Wayne. Right, right. He did say that today when he was talking to Arby that he felt sorry for her going through that, and that's why I think that's where they're going with this. I think her and Wayne gonna eventually, because remember he kept saying, I want to call her, I want to call her," and so it was like he was battling himself not to pick up the phone and check up on her, because like I said, I just honestly feel Amber was the one that got away from Wayne because Wayne really did like Amber. I just honestly feel it. That's the case. Girl, you ain't never said nothing on there because that was getting on my goddamn nerves. Like every time you turn around, that's all he wanted to do with her. That's all he wanted to do. Yeah, in more ways than one. In more ways than one, his talent lies in his tongue. He got a lion tongue, and clearly he got a tongue where he likes to just keep, doing whatever, trying to keep this clean. But yeah, What is it? 1, 2, 3. Okay, so I'm seeing 6 people on the live right now. Who are the other 3 people that we got watching? Go ahead and acknowledge yourself so that way the people in the chat can say hi to you and y'all can get to know each other. So where do we go from here? Thank you. Thank you. Y'all hit that live button for me. Okay, I got 5 people and 5 likes. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I really do appreciate it. Man, I had so much fun last time we did this live. It was so fun. I was telling my daughter about it. She went back and she watched the whole live. She was like, "Y'all had a good old time on there." I was like, "Yeah." We had got caught up talking about the skits, and it just went off from there. Oh Lord. So is anybody? I'm just gonna hold on just a second. I'm gonna ask the room. Is anybody in here for the YouTube videos I put up, or is everybody here for the skits? Fun, right? Correct. Oh wow, that's how YouTube is. How's everybody weather going? Is everybody weather like kind of wacky? I know Cheryl, you up here with in Maryland, where I'm at. We're not too far from each other, but how's everybody else's weather doing? Oh, my family's talking about doing a hibachi party. I'm here for your videos and skits. All right. So Cheryl, are you liking the YouTube tips that I'm putting out there, or is it something like you would want me to try to cover, or a topic as far as the YouTube tips? Because I really am trying to get that side of my business, side of my channel, side of my channel up and going. As far as the YouTube side of it, I know a lot of people are entertained by the commentary, and I'm trying to see, is it really feasible to kind of have 2 things going on simultaneously on the same channel? Um, Sometimes it can be a burnout. But it seems like I do better with the commentary than I do with the, as far as the audience, than helping people, giving them the tips that they say they need. But then it don't seem like a lot of people watching it, or maybe it's just because of the wave I caught on with the Country Wayne skits. I'm still going back and forth with that. But it seems like as long as I keep it sort of level, give as much attention to one as I give to the other, they kind of balance each other out. Mm-hmm. You do YouTube too? Okay. I cannot see what's going on. Sorry, I'm trying to get this out of the way so I can see it just with my darn computer. I go to X something out and then something else want to pop up. Yeah, just like I thought. I should have just left it alone. And let it go away on its own. All right. I believe YouTube tips will help people in the long. Right. And that's what I kind of said in one video, that the commentary is keeping me active and out there, but the YouTube's tips in the long run will come back and help me out once people start looking for that information. Right. I hope they are. Right, they do. But what I was trying to explain to people is, even though I do get a lot of attention from it, if I'm not constantly talking about it, like, the views go down, because then it's more so just focus on the YouTube side of it versus the commentary. And the lifespan of the Country Wayne reviews are not that long. Like, it's not at all. Like the ones I did when I first jumped on board with doing it, nobody ain't watching the videos no more because they're constantly constantly watching the up and coming new thing. The only time I think I get people going back to watch the previous videos that I've done with Country Wayne is somebody that don't really know what's going on. So they go back to look at those videos just to kind of catch up to where we're at. Right. Thank you so much. And I plan on staying there. I guess I ended up getting my first troll. I don't know what they was doing. I went on this person's the video channel, as I always do. Whenever I subscribe to somebody subscribe to me or somebody make a comment on my thing, I'll go to their channel and I look over their stuff and I watch their videos and stuff like that. This one chick, boy, she just was going ham on me about something I was saying that was really just to help people, not to hurt them. Lord Jesus, she kind of went off, but she don't know who she was talking to because I continue to say what I had to say until she eventually stopped. But yeah, she was a mess. I mean, trying to tell me, oh, you don't know what you're talking about. You ain't been on YouTube long enough to be able to tell nobody anything. You don't even know me, honey. You don't know me outside of this right here. You don't know what I've done, what I've researched, what I've studied. You don't know nothing about me. Just because I don't have a lot of subscribers, or just because I don't have a lot of views, you should never judge a person by how many subscribers or views that they have. Like I said in another video, these people could be multimillionaires with multiple successful businesses. You don't know that, and you're trying to judge a person off of views and subscribers. Are y'all for real? But unfortunately, I'm finding out a lot of people do that. A lot of people do that. They just look at what people have going on and they form an opinion about what they're saying versus just listening to what they're saying and apply it to see if it works. It's just it's crazy. But I'm just not gonna be throwing stuff out there without nothing to back it up. Like if I put something out there, it's because I researched it. I either tried it on myself to see if it worked before I gave it to them. And it's just how it works. Yeah. Yeah, I got this little room in here. It's kind of probably I'm a little echoey because there's really not anything in here. It used to be a gaming room, but all the gaming stuff is gone out of it now. So I sort of turned this room into my own personal setup for my YouTube videos while I'm here. Thank you so much, AS. Thank you. I really do appreciate that. You gotta be strong-willed on this YouTube. It ain't no joke because like I've said it many times before. I am never going to try to knock anybody for their opinion because your opinion is your opinion and it's valid for whatever you believe in. But to sit here and try to tell me who I am as a person, not one time have I ever said anything about anybody's personality unless you showed it. I mean, like I did do like I called it like a review or exposure on that DoorDash character because she was around here lying to people and scamming people, and there was proof that you could see that the whole girl was scamming people or whatever. And I think that's about the only thing I said with her. And even when I did that, I always came back and said, even though I say this about her, she is a good motivator, and if she changes, she'll be awesome. I hate when people put stuff out that hurts people that's really trying to do something with whatever that they're doing. And because you're sticking false information out there or making people believe something solely because of money, you get them off whatever goal that they're trying to do, or it becomes a longer process for them to do what they was trying to do because they're listening to what you're telling them and it ain't right. That's my whole thing with it. If they were doing it solely for entertainment and everybody was just taking it as a joke because nobody thought it was serious anyway, then I'd be over here laughing too. Okay. But if they're doing it because they're only trying to keep themselves up there and they're feeding people with a bunch of lies, and you're doing it what you're doing is not easy. Right. None of this is easy. I mean, the way they make it seem like all you got to do is hit a button, but really you don't. Yeah, the concept of it may be easy. You talking to your camera, you make little notes, or either you have it on top of your head and you just fly with it. Maybe that may seem easy if you know what you're going to talk about, but then you gotta know the information, make sure it's valid. You gotta follow up on it. You gotta communicate with your people, and that's one of the biggest things right there. Like staying engaged with people is crazy. It's crazy. Like as far as the eye contact, right now I'm doing this live through my laptop. So the camera is actually right up here. So if I look at the camera, then I'll be looking like this and probably look like I'm looking somewhere else. Right? So instead of looking directly into the camera, I'm looking at myself in the at the screen. So when you're looking at me, it might look like I'm looking directly at you. Versus when I'm on the phone, if I'm recording myself like this, before I got this little setup inside this room here, I was basically like holding my phone, talking to everybody like this right here, and I didn't look at the camera that was on my phone right here. I just looked at the phone, not the camera. So I think if you look away from the camera, it'll look like you looking at the audience when they look at it. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I got good people in my community. Other than that one person, I ain't never really experienced nobody doing anything. Like it's crazy to me, I think it's the community really, and I don't like to say audience about people. Just like with my business, when I'm talking to my client, what most people say clients, I don't like to use the word client. I like to make it seem more personal, because when you start saying stuff like client, then it's almost like you're just looking at a person for their money. If you start saying like I'm talking to people and they're my followers, or they're my, or whatever it is that they call people, or whatever term the audience, for the platform, it seems like they're following you and coming up behind you, and really they're just there for you, when you really should be making this about whoever watching this. You should really be making it about the people that are looking at your information. And so I think that's the biggest part of, I think that's where most of the work come in at when it comes to this YouTube thing. It's the engagement that you have with your people on your platform. And so I make it my point to, no matter who say anything on any of my videos, I will always go back and acknowledge what you said. And I'm not just hearting stuff, unless I can't really think of anything, nice to say or whatever, or they said some off the wall stuff and I don't technically agree with it, then maybe I will put a heart on there just to let you know that I saw it, or if I've already made a comment on their video, on their comment, and they might have made multiple comments, unless it's something that I want to talk about with them on that, then I'll say something in addition to it. But I feel anytime anybody take their precious time to write something on your stuff, then as a content creator, you need to just acknowledge that they wrote it and say something back to them, especially when they asking questions. I don't like that. I don't like when you go on somebody's stuff and you actually asking them, asking. You're trying to get a response back from something, even if they say, well, I'm working on some material and you'll be able to get that answer from the material. At least you said something to the people. Okay. Your nonverbal communication is engaging. I recently took an oral communication class. All right. The nonverbal communication, meaning the way I act, the my eye gestures and stuff like that. Well, I don't know if y'all noticed, but I'm a person that talk with my hand. Like, so when I was holding the phone like this, it was kind of hard for me, and I think I express a lot of my emotions through my face, my facial. I could never be a poker player because I will probably tell on myself every single time because you can read my face from how I think. So I don't think I would ever be a good poker player because whatever I'm feeling, my face is going to show it. And it's not, I don't, it's not something I try to do. I just think it's just natural because it's just hard for me to hold that back. Even if I'm talking to somebody and they say something, I'd be like, okay, or whatever. Like you gonna see it from me. And I keep telling everybody I'm goofy as crap. So it's like if something is really funny to me, like I'm gonna bust out laughing, maybe when I shouldn't. I'm not laughing at them. I'm just laughing at what they said or whatever. They ain't necessarily going at them. That translates well on camera. Oh, thank you. Yeah, that's one thing about me in real life. People that know me know when I come in a room and I'm there with them and I'm talking and stuff like that. Ain't too many people just sitting there not laughing or whatever, and it's just me. That's me. That's who I am. But I also have a very serious side too that a lot of people like the side I'm showing y'all here because there is a different side of me as well. I'm sure everybody has a different side of them to a certain extent. I'm a tad bit sarcastic, and I think that is also what helps when it comes to me talking with people and engaging with people on here as well. Yeah, I'm real straightforward, y'all. See, most people in real life either they like me or they don't like me. Ain't no in between when it come to me. Because I don't sugarcoat stuff and I just tell it like it is. And I hope people tell me the same thing. We ain't got to agree. We can agree to disagree as far as I care. But you're going to get everything I'm saying to you is really how I'm feeling. I'm not one to hide emotions. Not at all. That's why I say you have to really know who you are, because a lot of people get on this platform and they pretend to be something that they're not, versus just being who you are and bringing whatever authentic thing about yourself to this platform. And then it'll work out for the better for you, right? And you're gonna find your group of people who resonate or connect with whoever you are. Point blank period. You are. It is what it is. In this whole huge world, there is somebody, that is like-minded just like you. That's why you can go on this platform and see people doing some real dumb stuff sometimes. And I'm being real. Like some of this stuff, I'm like, how in the world? Like, are y'all serious? but people are loving it because they are like-minded just like they are. So there's a place for everybody. You don't have to pretend to be something that you're not. Right. Exactly. They say water finds its own level. A good sense of humor and genuine honesty. Opinion. Right. Having a good sense of humor and genuine honesty. Exactly. But I don't know. Sometimes it seemed like, I think I heard this from Charlamagne the God one time a few years back, where he said, a lie is more entertaining than the truth. It seems like people want you to be fake. That's what it almost seemed like. It seemed like some people don't want real. They'd rather have a person lie to them than tell them the truth. And I think I even made a video about that, where what in the heck is going on? Like, is some people really coming here to escape their own reality? So when someone lied to them, it don't really affect them because they ain't looking for real anyway, because it's too real out there in the real world. maybe that's what's going on. I always try to look at it from both angles, even though I think it's wrong. I try to, I try to look at it from all sides, just to try to understand where a person is coming from, because some of this stuff on here, like it's unbelievable. We think those Wayne skits be unbelievable. Some of the stuff on this YouTube, when y'all really get into, like, I don't know, for the creators that's in here, do y'all like go on other people's platforms and make comments all the time? Like, because I've seen you all on mine. But I make a point of, anytime I invest my time of watching somebody's video, I'm gonna make a comment. I'm also gonna read other people's comment, and then I'm gonna engage with their audience as well. Beef sector. What's that? What's beef sector? Or are you trying to say beef like y'all having issues between each other when you go on other people's platforms? Is that what you're saying? Because I don't understand what beef sector means. But yeah, I like to go on other people's thing and talk to the people. And so if I see that when I'm reading these comments, if I see that the person that hosting it, I look at how long the video's been out, out on the thing before I start doing anything. And then I look at whether or not their question has been answered. If I know the answer to that question, I'll answer whatever the question they have, and then say, if you want to learn more, then do this or do that. I don't know if some people don't like you when you talk to people on their platform, but normally, typically, if I do talk to anybody on anybody's platform, I would make a comment to the content creator as well, because I don't want to feel like I'm stepping on anybody's toes by talking to their audience. And then if they say I don't want you speaking, then I'll back off and let you do what you do, because it don't mean nothing to me. Carry on. But I'm just solely just trying to help people. So is that for ones that have been on YouTube for a few years or whatever and been really into this thing? Is that like frowned upon by talking with people on other people's platform if they have a question that you see wasn't answered? I'm curious. For the other two people that are on here outside of Cheryl and AS, have y'all ever experienced that, or do y'all know the answer to that question, or how the general consensus are as far as YouTube? Okay, so I'm coming up on an hour with this live. Y'all know I don't really like being on lives too long. I think an hour is normally typically good enough. I watch yours in one other platform. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'm glad you spend your time over this way. So when you go on there, do you leave comments on the other person's channel and talk to the other people in the comments, to where y'all kind of like helping each other in the comments? Where is that frowned upon to help another creator? I mean, another viewer in another creator's comment. Does anybody know the answer to that? You saying so? You do the same thing. So it ain't nothing wrong with doing that, correct? Right. I'm just trying to make sure whatever somebody brings something to my attention, I gotta figure out, wait, am I doing something wrong, or because I see people talking all the time in other people's comments. So what's the difference when I do it? That would be ideal, but some people are funny style. Yeah, see. And it don't necessarily be the creator that says anything. Because like I said, I have yet to, other than when live school, after when me and him was going back and forth, and I know everybody keeps saying he did not block me. That man blocked my behind off his comment section. He did. It wasn't until it wasn't until a couple of hours after I had posted what I post did I get unblocked. He unblocked me then. Right? And the only reason I know he unblocked me was because somebody wrote me and said something to me. And I was like, well, I guess I'm unblocked now. So I guess I can go back and talk. But yeah, I think I'm done with that particular platform going over there. Nothing wrong. My other platform sings good. My other platform sings. Oh, they are singers. So how do they get away with? Is it because they sing the songs versus um playing music in the background? Because don't they be copyrighting people for music when you have music playing in the background? Because I know with me, I be doing like little jingles and stuff like that, and I'll switch up words, but the tune is still there, and they haven't picked up anything on that end, or does it matter? Long as it ain't. I don't know. I'm trying to understand how that works. How do they decipher if it's someone's music versus another artist's music, or as long as a person singing it versus it playing in the background? Is that the difference? Does anybody know? No. Yeah, because like back in the day, when I was a teenager, and I was on a cheerleader squad, me and another cheerleader, we would get songs and we would mess the song up and turn it into our own thing. And so that's what I be doing on this platform sometimes. Like when I be doing them shorts. Uh, oh, you said that's a good question. Well, I'm gonna have to research that to really find out what's going on there as far as copyrights, because um, I haven't had a copyright as far as a song. Um, Now doing the commentaries, you got to be real careful. So like when I first started doing the commentary, someone had told me that you could get copyrighted for using another creator's material. But as long as the creator agrees with that, you can utilize their stuff, they're not going to say anything to you. But I did end up getting one copyright on one of my things. Um, No, it's not. It's not an automatic strike. It is just a claim. So, but I end up getting a strike, not a strike. I end up getting a claim on one of the commentaries that I did for Country Wayne. But when Country Wayne responded, he said it was okay to use it. He didn't. He had no problem with doing it. But they still was trying to take parts of it off. So I'm trying to figure out, is that the system doing that? Or because if Country One is saying we could reuse his material, then why am I getting the claim? Or did somebody else, or was there somebody else that did it? Like, oh, she's using other content creator stuff. Because far as the platform is concerned, Country One don't mind people using his stuff. So what my son had me to do was to write an email. That's what I almost thought when he said Atlanta. No, because I wrote him an email and I've been waiting for him to respond back to me. So when about the claim that I had got, and on today's skit, he called Atlanta. I was like, is he trying to reference to my email from Skitlanta? What are you doing? There are so few Country Wayne commentators. You should get some perks. Right. And in my letter, I had told Wayne, I said, I'm basically using your stuff as to kind of get a perspective of both the male and the female side. And that way we can all kind of see from each other's views to try to work things out in real life. Like we can look at your skits and pretty much kind of go through life experiences and talk about it. I'm not sure if I can share his platform What do you mean, like share his platform? You need a Jesus Poppin' shirt. Yeah, I don't know about that little slang because the mess that's going on side that platform. Jesus is far away from that. He is so far away from that, even down to the church scenes that when we be in the church. I don't know if I want to wear that slogan, but if he give it to me, I don't mind having it or whatever. But Jesus do be popping. Jesus do be popping. I don't know if they popping in Wayne skits, but they definitely are popping. Jesus is popping in real life. Yeah, so I was waiting to hear back on him for that because I just wanted to make sure it was okay for me to use it when they did that claim. But he responded back to the claim saying that it was okay. He didn't have a problem with with me using his material. I don't think he have a problem with anybody using his material. The name of his YouTube name. Of who YouTube name? Oh, my Country Wayne? It's Country Wayne's um name is Country Wayne. They don't give credit to the original singers. Oh. You talking about your friend. They don't give credit to the original singers. Oh, okay. Hmm. Yeah. Now I think even down to like with me doing the commentary on Country Wayne, I always tell people to go back and check out his videos. I'm not trying to act like that's my material because it's not. Singing during the skits, I recognize Mike voice. Now that is something. That is something else. Because on Country Wayne, do you ever notice when they start singing a song, they're singing their song is actually the words of the song is actually whatever's going on in the skit. Like especially in his church when they be and they be actually singing about whatever problem the person that came on the pulpit have. So they start singing about the problem. So like if they depressed, the choir be like depressed, you know. Or if somebody was struggling, he's struggling, he's struggling. All right, like they be tripping me out, and then what was that one that little love song that they did for Shayla when she got she got that black eye that I call her the avatar eye because that's what it makes me think of. I was like, these songs are goddamn mess. Yeah. And I wonder, does he do that so he don't get copyright by using other people's stuff? Because a couple of skits ago, it really was starting to seem like a Tyler Perry play. It really was. Matter of fact, before Lawrence even said that to Erica, I had said it like 2 or 3 skits prior to that. I was like, does anybody feel like this is Tyler Perry going on here? Like, it's starting to give me a Tyler Perry feel. Free music, right? Right. Yeah, Wayne, he's funny. And for anybody that jump on board, yeah, I think you'll have a lot of material going behind him. Now, I don't see how one person that don't have a team of people working with him can do commentaries on all the videos that he put out because he put out so many videos a day. I mean, it's anywhere from I think 15 to 20 videos that he's putting out a day. And literally, it'll be like you working a full-time job just trying to talk about what's going on. And then he be dropping them so fast. I know I read somewhere where they said everybody is pretty much because I know he does a lot of ad-libbing or on his skits where you got to kind of think, they'll give you a situation and you got to kind of think what you're going to say. So when we be saying the writers, a lot of times I think they're just going with the flow of the topic. I don't know if it's actual writer involved in what they're doing. Um, it's just them. And so I think it's whoever is acting out, apart from what I believe, I think is they give them a situation, or now they kind of all got their own little storyline going on, and they just I don't know if it's called ad lib or improv. I think it's called improv, where they kind of make up something on the spot. Um, and that's how they do it. Because I think I remember seeing an interview with the cast members, and they was talking about how they actually made the skits. But this was a long time ago. Now I don't know if they changed it since then. Maybe they do have writers now. Maybe it's like a play versus them just coming off with stuff off the top of their head. All right. All right, y'all. Well, I'm not gonna stay on this too much longer for tonight. Because normally, like I said, I like to try to keep this hour long, so that way I'm not keeping people too long, and you don't want to lose engagement. I know people come and go. I know that. But I like to keep it like an hour long because uh, the live thing, although I'm having fun with y'all, I'm not real good at it yet. Maybe that'll change in the future. All right, Cheryl. Good night. AS, good night to you. And for the other three that's on here that did not want to say anything, good night to you as well. And you have a good night. As always, be your brothers and your sisters keeper. Always keep God first. And toodles. All right, y'all. You too, AS. You stay cool.